All right, so now, oh, H-time. Put my bad bitches in the skillet. Oh shit, hold on. All right, so my bad bitches in the skillet. What was I telling you guys? Charmed. Yeah, that's what the eggs is gonna go into. Charmed is, for one, it's my absolute favorite fucking show. Let me go fast. Y'all could have said that. It's my absolute favorite show in the world. Anybody ask, what's Kara's favorite show? Charmed. Then The Flash, but Charmed. All right, so now when I say Charmed, I'm talking about Holly Marie Combs as Piper. Prue Hollowell was Shannon Doherty. Paige Matthews, Rose McGowan, and Phoebe. Phoebe is Alyssa Milano. Okay, so yeah, OG Charm. I I was a little skeptic about the new Charm or whatever, but I can't say Charm's my favorite show without giving the new show a try, because who am I to knock something that might actually really be good? Might actually really be homage. Now here's where looking for a loop. Now I know how Hollywood whitewashes a lot of things. Cool. I love the new diversity of Hollywood's trying to go in this route. Okay. I don't know why the fuck I just found ice in my goddamn eggs, but hey. So, what was I saying? Yes, I can give the new charm a try. I mean, I couldn't judge the new charm without disrespecting my charm. Because what? The show got my charm's name on it. I should be somewhere doing something, you know? And so I did. Not gonna lie. First few episodes were really, because I didn't like the acting. I did not. The chemistry wasn't there for the girls, and the story was alright, but it wasn't like, super all that. And so I kept watching because I was like, but I kept watching because, why be a butthole about it? You know what I mean? So, all right. We went from Prue, Piper, Phoebe to Piper, Phoebe, Paige. After Prue died. And then in the new show, we have Macy, Melody, and Maggie. I'm sorry. A little fried here. And I love that they are Hispanic. I do. I love it. All right, so the first charm follows Prue Halliwell, Piper Halliwell, Phoebe Halliwell, after the death of their grandmother. Then, season 4, Prue dies. Jax kills Prue. And these aren't spoilers, because why the fuck haven't you watched the show already? Jax kills Prue. And then we find out that Mama and her white lighter had a love child, but they had to give it away for safety. In comes Paige Matthews. Now, boom. That's the power of 3. Extension of 4. That's what now for the new series, we have For the new series, we have Macy Vaughn, Mel, so this Melanie Vera, Maggie Vera. Melanie and Maggie grew up with her real name's Margarita. I think that's so cute. Her grew up with their mom, and Macy grew up with her dad. Macy's dad died, brought her into town, and she had this one picture in front of his house with her mom. That's how it starts. It's really actually pretty cool. Then we have, you find out, that she was their older sister, and then the backstory behind her not being with them as growing up was really freaking cool. I like how they mixed in the fact of Macy died as a kid. Oh, jeez. Macy died as a kid, and they brought her back in a necromancer. But her mom was not allowed to get close to her, or she would die again. So, like, a few times when Macy got older, she was able to talk to her mom, but behind the curtain. So she didn't get really to see her. She only had that picture. Sorry, love you. And I thought it was pretty cool because it incorporated it. Lets you know why they have different dads. So these two Hispanic girls grew up fully Hispanic, not even knowing that they had a half black sister. So she comes to the door, and Maggie is like super excited. They just lost their mom, so that was the only way they got to meet. Something drew them after their mom. She released their magic back to them, because just like Prue, Piper, Phoebe grew up without their magic after it became a little dangerous. Mama bound their powers, so grandma bound the powers. So after the grandma died, they got them back, and that's how it started. So in the new series, something similar. Mama bound the powers of them, and when she gave it back to them after she died. So yeah, Macy's dad is black. Her mom is Hispanic. Then we have Mel. So Mel originally thought she was the oldest, but she's the middle. So Mel grew up with the older sister's responsibility, and then she got pushed into being a middle sister. Piper was the middle sister that got pushed into being the older sister. I did like that twist, because Mel would essentially be Piper. They just flipped the story. I really like that. I love all the similarities and the diversity. So that's what I'm here for. I'm not negative about the show. I like the show. So Mel is Hispanic, both ways. Maggie, we find out, Maggie got the same mama and daddy that Macy got. Maggie black. So she goes through an identity crisis. Oh yeah, so I like that. They're really forthcoming about issues of today. Diversity, women's rights, everything, racism, everything. I love it. I don't want to do too much spoilers, especially for the people that haven't even gotten past season 1, but really deep. The only thing I did not like in season 1 though, I don't feel like you could be too much of something, especially if you like feel really deeply about it. So it just wasn't some on my radar for me. So it was a little like, dang, every episode, everything that come out her mouth, that they drew back on it though in season 2. So I'm pretty sure I was the only one. Everything Mel talked about was, oh, equality this, oh, equality that, and it was like, yeah, I get it, but it's like women's equality and stuff. So it's like all she talked about was women equality, and it drowned the actuality of the show. This is a show about 3 powerful witches, ma'am. Alright, so back to them. So Maggie and Macy, same mom, same dad. Mel, middle sister now, fully Hispanic. So it was, she has this like identity crisis within herself as far as her baby sister all of a sudden not really sharing the pieces of her that she thought they shared that made them this. So she didn't take well really from Macy at first. She's eventually gonna come around, guys. But yeah, so I do like that. Now, more similarities and differences of the show. Book of Shadows. I've always wanted a Book of Shadows. I wanted it as a journal. I don't know no spells, but the cover for it is so fun. Like it's so dope. And that's what I wanted. You know what I mean? So, Book of Shadows. And I want to say the first episode when they show it, you know, that's pretty cool. They show it, and it just doesn't end up staying that way, you know. I didn't like that. Book of Shadows is very sacred to this, as well as something that they do not use. Spoiler, that's not season 1, sorry. Never. Talk about that later. White lighter. We have a white lighter. You know, the original charm had Leo for the charm ones. In this charm, we have Harry. I like Harry. Harry's pretty cool. Except Harry is, when you put them on the scale next to each other, this is Leo and this is Harry. Harry questions a lot of himself. Leo, oh, no, this is this, that, and the third. And he didn't know where he went. To the elders, because they goddamn know. Older. Harry, ooh, Harry questions a lot. And when he does get information from the elders, we do find out, though, because in original charm, I always felt like, why are the elders mostly men? Where the 5 women at? We don't have no ancient women upstairs. And then, you know, they came around, but the avatars was ultimately way cooler than the elders. The female avatar was so cute. But anyway, so in the new charm, all of the elders are female. There is no male elder. There are male white lighters, but not elders. And they topped that one. Alright, so now let's do similarities of sisters. So Macy is essentially Paige and Prue smushed into one person. Okay? So she's the love child from a different relationship. She's she's a half sister to the sisters. She's the oldest, as Prue was. She's the most powerful, as Prue was. And she has the coolest freaking job. She's a damn scientist, but like scientist, like yeah, really cool. So she's super smart, and that is something that I like. That it goes. So that's something I like that goes against the grain with Macy, because she's a scientist. Magic for her in the first season is really. So she goes about a lot of defeating a lot of the demons and stuff in season 1 with science mixed with magic. It's really cool. It's a cool way to look at it, because it is. Just look at it. Then we have my girl. Oh, Macy's power. She telekinetic. She has the power to move things. Just as Prue and Paige did. Even though Paige's was part white lighter, but same thing, same power. Then we go on to Mel. Mel is my baby. Well, Piper was my baby. My favorite character on the new charm is Macy. But Mel. So with Mel, Okay, I'm trying to eat it out. With male, not only is male gay, she still has the power to freeze. Like I said, she went from being the older sister to the middle sister. So that struggle is really, she's like always outvoted. You know what I mean? Whereas Piper had to pick up the mantle and she just did not want it. Understand? But I try and get my potatoes. Like what? Sorry, I'm so tired. To my own heart. Alright, so like I said, so male is scared. Very different from my Piper. But she does have the freeze power, which is cool. So that's the thing. Then we got Margarita. Miss Maggie. Second favorite character. She's so cute. Her personality is really great. Maggie is Phoebe. And, you know, Phoebe was the psychologist because she could see she got premonitions. So she visual at school just to hone the skills, you know. Makes sense. She was also a badass fighter. Super cool. Maggie can read thoughts. Maggie's in school and eventually switches her major to psychology. So she reads thoughts. She reads thoughts. She gets premonitions. So dope. So dope. And she can manifest it. She can use her empathy. Use her empathy, because she used it. She can use it to make it people. You want to die? She gonna use it to make people feel a certain type of way. Or if she wants you to be happy, she gotta do is touch you. Happy. It's pretty dope. It's a real extension of what Phoebe should have been able to do. I do like that. Oh, so now Macy though. Macy's power, she's powerful because she's oldest, but she's also extra powerful because she's part demon. So she has firepower. She's really cool. And then relationships. Alright, so remember when Phoebe and Cole were like destined to be together? So you remember when Phoebe and Cole were destined to be together, right? Oh, demon. The source eventual. Well, Maggie does the same. She falls for this guy, Cutie. Can't remember his name right now, but falls for her. Everything's perfect. Turns out, he's in training to be the source. This man is part demon. But he's actually a really good soul, though, because he doesn't even want to be demon. He wants to be a human like his mom. But anyway, that was that. And they go through that immediately. But we don't go through seasons of the love triangle. It's like boom, bam, no. Yeah, so that's that. Mel, gay. Her first girlfriend, Jade. They need to bring Jade back. Not only was Jade biracial and a white lighter, she was a rogue witch. She was just so cool. Let me bring her back. I know it was a girl before and Jade, but I don't remember her. It's like cop, I think. But it didn't work out because she couldn't tell her secret. And then now she dates a witch. They can't touch. Oh, spoiler my lap. But, so instead of Mel getting the white lighter, because she can, Macy, the oldest, gets the white lighter. Which makes me feel like had Prue never died. Oh no, that's not true because pepperoni over already done. Well, anyway, still, they cut the story. Now, as far as the house goes, the original Charmed house, still cool. San Francisco based, right? The new one is, I think, Seattle or some shit, right? No hate on Seattle, right? But the house that they used threw me for a loop. And originally, I didn't want to watch the show because of the house. There was a show called Witches of Easton. They did my show so dirty. The show was great. It had great story. It was promising. It just came out ahead of its time. It should have came out when Charm premiered, which is Eastern should have came out. That's the reboot that we should have gotten. They used the same house for Charm, the new Charm that they used in Witches of Easton. The storyline for Witches of Easton was freaking perfect. It's about a mom and her sister that don't die. Sister's like part cat or something. She literally had 9 lives. And the mom was just immortal. She has 2 daughters. And they die. And they keep being reborn. That's her curse. She's to live forever and watch her kids die. She gets pregnant. Every time they die, she gets pregnant. And they come back and she raises them. They die again. Literally. The story was fun. Excuse me. The story was amazing. So, story was amazing. And we didn't get to pass it. And gave us all this build up. Left us a cliffhanger. And canceled the fucking show. I mean, that's my hashtag. WOEE. Bring it back. Anyway. I don't want to talk about Tron no more because they really did it dirty.